Hi guys, once again today, this is Alfred from Amassers.com. I'm here today to share a little trade that I done recently on Dogecoin. And once this is over, you guys are going to understand exactly how I found this trade, why I entered and why I exited this trade. Everything's going to be laid out fast, simple, easy to digest. And I want you guys to do me a favor and like, share, comment, subscribe. It helps the site. It's totally free and it helps others find this video if it may be helpful to them as well. Okay, that's that. Let's just get right into it. As you can see right here, this trade was 13.9% profit. And down here, I love this feature. It tells you how long I was in the trade, 3 hours, 42 minutes. Okay, now this is something that anyone can do once you develop a system and once you're disciplined enough to stick to that system. But stick around to the very end, guys, because there's something very important that I want you guys to see. Okay, I want you to look at this right here. This number right here is 12%. I want you guys to keep that in mind as I go through systematically my workflow and how we develop that trade. This is Dogecoin. Again, I'm over here on my screener. This is 4 deviations up. Okay, a lot of this is going to make sense in just a few minutes. Okay, let's go over here and let's take a look at the chart. Okay, guys, I got this line here, this line here. I got this line. It's the midpoint. This is where I entered the trade. I was trading more off of this chart than the chart at Bitunix. So I'm going to show you on this chart. This is a shorter hourly chart. So I entered here. You can see about 3 hours later, I'm selling out profitably. Now, first thing I done was to use the screener and find what's at the top of the screener. At that day, Doge, this was on the 29th, Doge was pumping. And so that helped me to locate something that's potentially buying very aggressively. Now, I used the probability on the screener to tell me where's the probability that it won't go much higher. Screener just helps you to find ideas, but this chart is where you actually develop the trades. Okay, now I get in here. This is near a proven resistance level from the past, and I take my short. Okay, I want to point something out here. This is a little thing, but a lot of people miss this. You see this aggressive move up here. You can tell on my crosswalk, I'm starting to see that this is getting out of control, and I see these yellow iterations here. This lets me know that just from a point of statistics and math, this is probably close to a high point. But anyone can do this because also, what am I looking at here in the price action? I'm looking at, well, these are hourly candles and we're just going up and up and up and up. This is obviously unsustainable. Okay, so I've already looked, I've seen where is based on statistics, where are we getting out of control at? And so I want to get in somewhere around there. Now that's my entry, and we got a quick reaction. Let me explain something. Every day you go in and you buy something, it's relatively the same price. This is trading. Okay. Now it's not that way with gas right now, thanks to an orange guy, but we're not going to talk about that. The point is, you buy at an agreed upon price, and the market maker will come back to these prices where they know they can sell at and they know you will buy at. You notice this area right here, and what did we do? We got right back down to this area right here and we bought again. Some people will call this a buy wall, a sell wall, a buy wall here, sell wall here. You can call it whatever you like. You can call me Fred, you can call me whatever. I don't remember that joke. But At the end of the day, it's all, nobody's taking a chance here. The market makers can afford to do that. So they're going to come back and revisit these numbers. People ask privately, how do you draw your support and resistance? I don't. My price action on the chart draws my support and resistance for me. Once you acclimate yourself to this mode of thinking, all of your trading is going to get better. Okay, that's half the trade on the Dogecoin, but we're entered. Okay, why do you exit? Now, this is the part I hope you guys didn't skip over this part, because this is what a lot of guys miss.
Well, Alfred, why didn't you just stay in the trade until you got down here?
A long time ago, I used to run a trading room, and I've mentioned before on this channel that one of the things that influenced me a lot was a book by Wade Cook called Business by the Bible. He took a lot of Bible verses and related them to trading, these thousands of year old rules. One of those rules is don't glean the vineyards. I'm never entering a trade trying to make the max that I possibly can off of a trade. That's not why or how you trade. That's how you stick around until the dance is over. Okay? So I went here and I said, okay, I've done pretty good. I'm finna exit this trade profitably. When you can show me someone that exits trades profitably a majority of the time and they still can't make money, okay, then I'll listen. And I'm not saying this is the only way. I know a lot of people are going to teach you, well, set your take profit and make your stop half of that, or take profit 2 or 3 times your stop, whatever. Okay, that doesn't work for me, and I've been trading 25 years. I haven't met very many people that that's worked for. Take what the market gives you. That's what works for me. But okay, let me give you another thing you can do that's really easy. I want to show you guys. Remember I talked about that number? Let's see it again. Okay, 4 deviations up. This is like 12%. Now, with that 8x leverage, what did I end up with? I ended up 13% in 3 hours. All you need to know is that on average, if this thing went up 4 deviations, maybe like 4x what it averages moving up on the day, you just made that. If you can just exit the trade at 13%, you've already won. If it were just as easy as every time I dictate where I'm going to stop out, I dictate how much profit I'm going to get, the market doesn't give a crap about that. So you take what the market gives you. And that's a breakdown, guys. I showed you guys on the chart. I showed you guys right here. I showed you the simple math. All of this is available on our site at amassers.com. No, I didn't get everything that was there in the trade. There's always a trade. As long as there's a market, there's always a trade. I had those yellow iterations again. That's why when I see this, I know we're probably getting close to a top. There's 3 of them. It went on for 3 hours. I'm not sitting there waiting for when it's close to a top, because the closer I get to this level right here where they're going to bounce back, the harder it's going to be for me to get out of a trade. And guys, that's something a lot of guys don't talk about. That's the really real, as to how to trade crypto futures, how to trade them profitably. That's how I've been able to do so more than 20 years now. Thanks, guys, for checking out the videos. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with anyone you think can appreciate and gain something from it. See you guys on the next one. See you when I see ya. Peace.